not terribly sure. I'm gonna move this around. Maybe I can see on my phone. Let's see. Test. No. I can't hear my music. I guess we'll figure this out. Oh well. Cool. I'm just gonna try to do this way. Yeah. We'll see how this goes. Can I play music here? That'd be cool. 1 second. Sorry. Hi everyone. So today we're going to be going over some other things. I kind of wanted to do some analog work. So that means we're going to roll back to some good old pen work. This is some of my favorite stuff to do. So should be alright. Let's see how that goes. So we get a little better light, lower, then blow it out. A little blown out. We'll figure it out. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Let's see. Hi, babe. I'm glad you can hear the music. I don't know what I'm going to draw yet. Obviously, I'm drawing a face somewhere. Hi. Hear any snorting and sniffling noises? That's the dog. This angle, he is right beneath the mic there. normally in my studio I have a little chair next to my current one. The dog likes to sit in. I'm currently using that for the drafting table, so he's pacing at my feet, not entirely sure what to do with his life now. That's fine. Plan for tonight's stream is I want to do some analog work here, just to warm up, and we'll go over it and we'll do some digital work on my computer over there, and some Photoshop stuff because I need to do some design things for the Gladiator game that I'm working on with CJ and the girl from SH2L. Yep. Resume the other thing. Let me do something different. I think I want. Let's see here. When I'm designing something, hands are a pretty big part of what I do. I tend to be fairly loose with them. Probably because I've done a ton of studies on it. I'm not that intimidated by a lot of the anatomy, though I'm sure I have it wrong somewhere. I tend to like drawing hands and that sort of thing. Yeah. I think I'm gonna make this into some sort of like a meditating dude. Call, baby. Let me see if I can do that. So so what Clenny's referring to in the chat there is today or last night I had a conversation with one of my idols actually. And idol is a strong term, but someone who I really admire in the art community. His name is Thomas Fluharty. He's an artist for the Examiner. He's done work for People and the New York Times and stuff like that. He's a cover artist, similar to, I guess everyone else that does that, but I was going to make some comparison to Edited Saturday Post and everything. And he does a lot of work like that. Considered him to be a modern master, and I'm a pretty big fan of him, he has a Patreon. To sneak in to one of his coveted mentorship slash kind of critique slots, which means that once a month I get a phone call with this person or a video chat. I can send him pieces that I'm working on, and he'll tell me about what he thinks about it and give me a critique. Career advice and stuff like that. Lately, I've been wanting to figure out, probably due to all the instability and all the scary things going on now. What I wanted to look at, what I want to do with my art. Now, currently, I do have a lot of irons in the fire, or I used to have a lot more. But I'm kind of midway through. Even then, at the beginning stages of trying to figure out, getting back into tattooing and doing that full time, and, trying to do all that, varying degrees of success and all. So, but I was interested in hearing what he had to say about my art, and how to, I don't know, just sort of hoping to. Pick his brain, figure out what he knows, and if I can glean anything from it, and hopefully not just embarrass myself by gawking and being a fanboy going, hey, can I have this book? Can I have this one? And what were you thinking? It's not the same thing if I'm doing it for a mentorship for me. So we were able to coordinate, and through fighting some technical difficulties, we finally had a conversation last night, and it was really good. I'm still chewing on it, and it's kind of hard to unpack, but the overall consensus was, well, some of the guidance that he had were regarding, like, you know, obviously from his perspective, the things that he brings to the table, the things that are his personal credo and things like that, right? One of them, where he said, like, hell, I have my notes on my computer behind me, so that's not going to go so well. But one of the things that he commented on, you know, was that a lot of the things that I'm posting to social media are not necessarily to my strong suit. They are things that I'm just trying to show, you know, behind the curtain, you know. Let's see. One of the things that we came up to was picking apart the differences between my digital art and my analog art. Obviously, I'm a lot more comfortable with this. I'm going fast right now, but normally I'm a little more meticulous. I'm just trying to warm my hand up here for some digital work here in a moment. But he said, aside from like commission work, he would recommend that I focus on the draftsman part of this to not lose a niche market. You know, it tends to be a lot. I don't know. If I've already gone so far in a certain style, that I should probably just commit to it. I don't know. The subject matter is mine, you know, but the digital art area is kind of oversaturated by very, very, very skilled people. So put my hat in the ring there if I'm not necessarily willing to do the ongoing education thing and like changing programs and investing in a lot of hardware now. You know, I might want to stick to, you know, some more traditional analog techniques or medium. You know, so like, you know, commit to paper, commit to doing masterworks on Bristol or whatever. I don't know. It was a really interesting talk. I hope to talk to him more, and I'm sure that I didn't actually explain anything in this little bit, but I'm trying. He pointed out some inconsistencies in my work, to where whenever I switch over to digital, I'm not paying attention to some fundamental things. He was very complimentary about most of it, but you know, my takeaway is obviously going to be negative because I wanted input. I want to figure out what I'm doing, quote unquote, wrong. And he was very cautious with how he explained it because he was trying to point, you know, he was trying to be very clear, like, you know, not just like, well, art's subjective and yada yada yada, but more that like he can tell from what I showed him, which the thing I'm currently working on isn't really going to be that my fundamentals are there, that I understand what I'm aiming for. I have the lingo. He said he likes the bizarre subject matter. He likes the way that I render things. You know, he cited some of the people that my stuff reminds him of, which was very flattering because it was people, you know, like art crowd and whatnot, which is really flattering, if not overly generous. Yeah, ultimately my takeaway was he gave me a pretty solid criticism of my online media presence, how that's correlating with my business structure. You know, like I had been doing things backwards, apparently, which would be, going to local conventions and pop-up markets and everything without having the interest in becoming a full-time convention artist, which brings its own positives and negatives. You know, one negative being I travel a lot, and you know, I sort of lose my home base, if you will. Like I wouldn't be here for my kid or my pets or anything. And you know, that doesn't really appeal to me. If I wanted to be successful there, that requires a lot of, you know, saturation, a lot of presence at these things. Yeah. I have no idea if I explained anything or if my lips are just moving, but that's part of it. Anyway, we are slated to have a call later on next month, or like early next month or something. Go over some things, but he made a really good point. He was like, well, if I wanted to right now, how would I buy your stuff? Most of my business has been through word of mouth, or people contacting me through my various social medias and saying like, hey, can I get, you know, my mom's birthday's coming up or something, or hey, we're getting married, can you do our invites? And, you know, some like helpful friends, you know, talking to their friends and passing on word when they hear about things, but no direct action of my own aside from the convention. You know, like I do have a social media presence, but I haven't been, you know, let's face it, participating really much at all, because it's difficult, you know, to figure out the algorithm and to do things that make you seem genuine but still achieve some of the metrics that as a businessman you would probably want to pay attention to, you know. So yeah. So the idea is, my plan is to finish setting up, or to finish re-implementing my Etsy, since I was using a print-on-demand service. I didn't know that it had desynced. I don't know when that actually happened. All signs point to that being a monthly thing unless I go in and I touch something. So it's very possible that the store that I set up like a year ago was only on for like a month, and I just didn't pay attention to it. And if that doesn't show the mental state at which I found myself at for trying to, you know, to sincerely kick into being a proper business, I don't know what would show you, because it's pretty indicative of the inconsistent effort you apply. You know, if you want results, it's better to show up every time 20% than once or twice 100% and then never. You know what I mean? So consistency beats effort. You know, because it's just it's attrition game. You know, you're gonna beat me. You're gonna, if you keep going, if you only improve 1% a day, you're 365% better at the end of the year, right? But if I improve once, let's say 50%, if I suddenly get 50% better in one day, at 150%, not 400, whatever the hell I said earlier. So yeah. So the idea would be showing up more, putting more work into the things that I want to grow. So if I want, you know, he said like, why am I, you know, if I'm going to these conventions and the only thing that I'm aiming for out of that is exposure, you know, truly, then I'm only ever going to get local people, unless I'm traveling the country and the world for it. I'm only ever going to get that. However, if I want to be a proper business, I should reverse that and have an online presence which is more international, you know, a little more accessible. build up, make my work accessible. If someone sees it and wants it, how would they do that? How would they get to it? Currently, I really have no means of getting to it aside from like a form on my website where you could message me and ask me for stuff. Like the effort that takes away the impulse of like, wow, I like this guy's work. I wonder what his rates are. I don't have any means of doing that, so I'm alienating most of my potential clients by not even having one. In some ways, no presence, and in others, you have no means of ordering anything I do. So what's the point? I mean, aside from sharing a love for art, but what I had expressed to him was I had a desire to convert this into my income source, because I find much pleasure in the minutia of my actual day job. Instead of frantically trying to change career paths, take something that I've already put a lot of time into. And in all honesty, I've been doing the exact same way for a very long time and having the same results, which is insanity, right? That's that whole thing. So the idea is that I need to change what I'm doing. So it was very illuminating. I was initially frustrated because sincerely I wanted to learn that there was something that I was doing wrong, like some piece of anatomy or something easily like, oh, you don't understand this part. He had little comments on that, but it wasn't like a majority of it. The majority of it was, aside from a small polish, it was more like, well, with enough time spent on it, it's good enough to do business with. You'll polish it as you go. If I keep saying I'm not good enough for this, or like I shouldn't be doing this because I'm not as blank, then I'll never get anywhere, because there's always going to be someone better, or always someone who's grinding harder, or whatever. And I would like to give myself a chance to be that before I'm 70. So I don't know. It was encouraging, and it was simultaneously encouraging and disheartening, but then encouraging again when I processed past my, my initial concern for like, oh, you don't have any, my embarrassment at having someone who I really admire in this industry look at my work and go, your work looks fine. I would focus on, if you want the business to grow, you need to be a better businessman. And it was one of those, like, kind of embarrassing, like, oh, duh, I didn't know what to expect, so I sort of, I don't know. I haven't been growing as much as I would like to, so I felt embarrassed. And to have one of my idols take stock of me and to try to decide what my capabilities were without, sort of, I don't know, sort of felt weird. It'd be like, I've been drawing since I was a child, and to have someone look at that and go, it looks okay, but you're currently not doing, blank. Something that I know I'm not doing. That's part of the problem that I'm having. And just to have it, all come down to be something that partially I'm aware of my failures on. He did, honestly, give me really good advice regarding value and focal points and composition, because there is a tendency with my work that I hit a rut at a certain point. And because of my obsessive doodling with things like the ballpoint pen, you run into an issue to where it's not quite the best medium for finding subtle variations in value, right? So, like, if I want wanted to, I could put a little halo thing around this guy, which I will later. But so far, I've been pressing harder on the pen than I need to. So I kind of have like a dark line in certain spots, right? Whereas with something that's a bit more realistic, you know, I would probably have something that is, you know, in for instance, instead of the skin tone here, going from essentially my darkest dark, right? That's as dark as I can get it, to my lightest light there. Maybe instead of going the full range, only come to this middle part, where there's only a little bit of variance, you know? So I need to learn some subtlety with this, or just switch back to doing graphite work for any pieces that I want to actually be, you know, commercially viable. Or that's not true, because it doesn't acknowledge that I've sold things. I mean, I have sold a decent amount of prints and art in general, and I'm very blessed to have had the commissions that I've had. And honestly, I am thankful for people that, you know, believed in me up to this point, and, you know, have, you know, invested in me and bought one of my prints or an original for their home, or to give to their friends, or, you know, whatever. I've always been blessed with the support community, and I've done my best to give back and to dig into that. But the difficult part is in converting it from, you know, something, actually treating it like a business. And I know my artist friends out there will understand what I'm saying, or anybody, you know. I mean, not just artists, but that's all I can really speak for, because I pretend to be one. Yeah. If you truly value it, if you truly are grateful to be able to do what you do, and acknowledge that, you know, there were, I don't know, it would be a blessing to be able to do something that you love, and to make a solid income off of it, right? It's definitely not merit-based. You know, income isn't merit-based, otherwise all the billionaires would be people who were just simply passionate about what they do, and not just, you know, timely and fortunate, you know, with wealthy dad investors and, you know, South African airlines and shit like that. I don't know. I need to put some more work in, but not necessarily on, you know, yet another sheet of like muscle studies, or like, you know, I do want to do some, do some value sheets, but because I want to practice trying to get this medium or this pen. You know, I'm just trying to get the pressure correct for getting a very light thing moving onto a dark thing. Yeah. I would also like to just get my business up and running properly. Like, you know, not be afraid of not having a shipping thing, and trusting myself to be able to transition and be a little more responsible with all that, and, you know, to just say I think I'm ready, you know, as much as I can be, because the standards that I have for business and or for this sort of thing are way higher than I would expect anyone to be able to achieve, and I tend to beat myself up for not being able to hit that part, you know. So with perfectionism traits like that, which they're sort of a hindrance more often than they're a help, especially since I don't apply them to anything but my own effort. So you guys can figure out how not to do that. You let me know. But so far, it's a sort of process. So my future plans are to finish up getting my my Patreon working, which I can discuss next time, I think, because it's pretty close, and get on a better pattern, and protect my time more and understand what it would take to actually make this conversion, because I can't be working one job, spending weekends at the tattoo shop trying to get that up and running, and then just doodling for shits and giggles and whatever else, unless it's truly the part of my leisure time, which it kind of is. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to say I'm at a transitional point, and I felt it was very timely to have one of my idols, one of the people who inspire me, say something along the lines of, "Now's the time to work on your business, because it seems that you have some chops down, or at least your chops far outstrip your business acumen in terms of priorities. Like, you don't need to work on this thing as much as you need to work on, figuring out how to get my stuff into the hands of people that want it. Like, I've never not had attention, and people come into my booth at these conventions, but I've also never made a proper income off of that. It's always been like supporting the income. And one of the points that Tommy made, so I'm going to pretend like we're on a first name super cool basis and call him Tommy. One of the things that he said was, what did he say? What did he say? Sorry, shit. I don't remember. Anyway. ADD. Yeah. What else he said? So, alright, so after hearing from someone who I really, really admire for their, yeah, I just envy. I'm not really sure. I'll process that later. He basically said, like, you should probably focus less on the conventions because they're not your bread and butter. The things that pay your bills are not conventions unless you're heavily traveling and making that a massive part of that. That's exposure and they're fun. But unless you are copying the honestly prolific and extremely exhausting schedule that the people who are on the convention circuit do, you're not going to achieve, the income that they do. Which most make a living wage, but some, it's harder for others. You get to travel the country, but you also can't put down roots. I already have roots, and I'm not willing to give those up. So it is a decision. But to make it even more convenient, this morning, whenever I was trying to process the advice that I was given, he because he sent me the actual recording of it, so like I was able to listen through it and process over it a little bit more. I mean, I can't recommend it enough. His Patreon's pretty incredible, and his work is absolutely amazing. Right after we had that conversation the night before, and I woke up today and I checked my email. It wasn't quite immediate, but after a bit, after about 6 months of absolute silence on it, I got the notice that my application for this October's for pop-up markets that I'm normally going to shooting for. They tend to open up for everyone can apply and you get put in like a big old thing. People are really fair about everything. Magically, I no longer had this. I was put into the waiting list, not accepted immediately. Once again, I have an ego, so a little bit disheartening, but ultimately, I get it. That makes sense. I saw that as more synchronicity, right? More of an explanation and pointing at things that I should be doing. Things that I should be moving on to. Perhaps I need to go to only two conventions where there are other illustrators. But for the most part, the places I've been going to, they're just comic conventions. They do have other illustrators, but there are people who are on the console. Right? Doesn't it? It does sound like the universe is sending a message. And I'm pretty big on that. I like it. So I'm gonna go with that. So for now, my universe is telling me let me focus on expanding my business a bit. Stop shaming myself and assuming that I'm not good enough yet. That there's more work to be done. There always will be. But I can give myself some grace and I can give myself some leeway and I can say, hey man, you're not perfect, but that's unattainable. So you might as well go and try to get some actually, let the people who actually love your stuff be able to have access to it and not have to come find you at a at a local brewery somewhere during their local craft month. Although those are fun, I like those a lot. Not when it's 95 in the shade, but all that, all those things that are, I don't know, they're not even secondary, they're sort of tertiary. The way that I want to make my income would be through sales, not through not through vending hand to hand and the thing. Like, I would like to do that to be able to connect to people and to see them and to do things, but I don't plan on making myself mobile and rootless enough to be able to go handle or be able to go do all that. So yeah, that's part of the lesson that I've learned. That was I have a long-winded and rambling summary of what I learned last night with my talks with old Tommy Boy. So it's kind of cool. So here probably in about 5 minutes. Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. CL Balash? What's your name there? You're grayed out. I can barely see you. I like your name, though. Welcome to the stream. Hey, you missed it. I was just talking about how I got some work to do to actually figure out some exciting work to do. I get to do some work. Sibalash. Sibalash. Cool. Is this a nickname or actually your real name? Because that's really cool. I'm probably not supposed to ask that. Not it. I really appreciate the kind words. How's your day been going? Uh-oh, is it really bad? It's probably terrible. Well, my mic is way over here, so it'll be a lot better here in a moment. Okay. We will test my sound quality when I'm back at my computer, and we'll see how that actually goes. Because right now the mic was a little far away from me, and I was sort of taking advantage, or I was enjoying the fact that I didn't have to have my face pressed up against this thing. See, yeah, that should be a lot better, right? Yeah, I don't normally stream off of my my drafting table, so normally I'm back there on my computer, so I have like this long cable sort of snaking across my room, and the mic set up and pressed up against the side of my head, but not quite in front of it. So if I turn my head and I do this, I can talk. I mean, I don't want to say anything. I'm a lot less comfortable now. I appreciate it. If I was going for max comfort, I wouldn't be doing this stream. Alright. So, I'll ask you. What should this person be sitting on? They're meditating, right? What should it be on? Oh, thank you. Yeah. Gonna have to put some thinking in now. Alright, well, how about this? Pick a shape. A cloud? Ooh. Oh, I like it. Cloud? Okay. Cloud should be fun. Cloud will force me to play with the the lighter values that I was talking about. So let's see. How'd you come across my stream, Sibalash? Were you just browsing, or just going around Twitch? Yeah, right, Clanny? This is a good idea. All my stuff's like, alright, do you want something edgy? I'll put skulls down, that's fine. Oh, cool. Yeah, on Twitch I follow a lot of artists, but I also like I really like Sea of Thieves content, so I normally go watch that. I mean, if anything. That, and we do we do like RPGs or like a role-playing game, you know, every once in a while. Oh yeah? Oh, that's awesome. And you stopped by me, huh? Dang. Well, I am flattered. There are quite a many good artists here. You'll fit right in. What's your favorite medium? Do you paint? I mean, you said paint, but do you use acrylics, oils, watercolor, gouache? Oh, cool. Wheel. Sunday painter. I have not heard this term. I mean, I can kind of get what it means in the context, but what does it mean? Thank you. Shadowing sounds good.
Or rendering.
Probably rendering. But I appreciate it. I really like light stuff, so I tend to focus a lot on it. Oh, cool. Yeah. No, that's awesome. What are your favorite subjects? Like what do you normally paint or draw? What do you like to draw the most? Do you have something in mind when you sit down to draw, or you just sort of make it up as you go? What do you do? So what I'm thinking of when I work on this is contour, like surface. I'm trying to figure out how to stretch lines across, because you could just put straight lines on something, but if I define it like, if I put a curve across it, you know, in a curved way, you know, your brain sort of understands it. You know, so it understands the shape and the surface you're trying to make. Oh, a Basquiat fan, okay. Very cool. That's awesome. Do you look at a lot of do you do a lot of like street art stuff? Do you look at graffiti or hey, no problem. I had some people explain how to do that once upon a time to me, and it really helped me out. You know, it lets me understand, because if you look, I don't have just straight lines across here. These are curved to like show you the actual shape of the leg, right? Because if I had it just be a flat shape, it would look like it, you know. Okay. Yeah,
I like a lot of graffiti stuff because things like, you know, people like Basquiat sort of, they got a lot of people into art, and a lot of people who didn't think that they could. You know, a lot of people from the street, a lot of people who were from urban communities and whatnot, they saw that, and they saw that as like, well, I can use these high-end techniques and whatnot to actually, you know, I don't know, decorate my neighborhood. And I love stuff like that. You know? Your style is, I do the flat shape. Hey man, there's a place for that. I get it. Excuse me. Oh, cool. Thank you. So where are you from? I'm in the southeast United States. Where are you at? You don't have to tell me unless you want to, by the way. Iran, huh? Wow. All right. Well, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by from so far away. The irony? I don't know if I would do a graffiti there, but yeah, you know. The internet's a really cool place, man. It lets people connect from a really long distance, you know. Oh, I know they do. I just know that it's also a little riskier than here. You know. That's awesome. You can try. Go ahead. What do you got? What do you got? Okay. All right, I can do that. Splashing. So a straight angle to his back, do you mean like here? Ah, that's an important distinction there. It's both. I do commission work, but I also do work just because I like it. This is something for me, you know. This is something that I've done for a long time in my life, and it's just something that I really like to do. So my full-time job isn't necessarily this, but I do this a lot. And there are times when I make a living doing it, and times when I don't. You know? Do you have Instagram? At times. Everything's a job, you know? Oh, okay. I see. Now, I mean, I would love to see your work, but I was more saying because most of my work is on my Instagram, and it's a pretty big variety compared to just this. But I also like to do pen work, so kind of the same deal all the way around. I don't know. It is Steve Nedley Art, and there's an extra E in there, but yeah, that's me. It should be in the corner somewhere. I'm not really sure. Somewhere in there. I think there. Somewhere in there. I don't know, somewhere in there. Yeah, forgive me for the social media ad. I gotta toss that in at some point, you know. Yeah, but I get it. Social media can be really addictive. It's a solid formula for, you know, the things you like. Yeah, a little edgy, yeah. I know what you're talking about. But definitely varied, for sure. Definitely varied. Ah, good. I'm glad you like it, man. I appreciate that. But I'm really glad you like my stuff. I really do. I'm really glad that you stopped by to say hi as well. Good. I'm flattered you want to spend time hanging out while I draw. Right? Well, just you wait. We're about to go to camera because I'll be right back. I'm gonna swap over to the computer because I'm done with this thing for now. All right. I'll see you in 1 sec. Yeah. So you got to give me like 1 minute. Oh, I was on mute. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so 7:25. Let's see here. I got about another 45 minutes I can go. Alright. Thank you, thank you. Alright, can you hear me alright? Alright. Let me see here. Alright. What now? So I like to do a lot of abstract shapes when I first start something. I try to see if I can see something in there. So I'm trying to go for volume. I'm trying to go for size. Trying to get me to understand the actual shape that I'm looking at. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it don't. My music is way louder over here. Let me change this just a little bit. I cannot hear. Right? Sadly, the actual recording is going to have a bunch of silly No copyright there, but I like it in the meantime. Paolo Nutini candy, huh? Let's see. I'll try it out. There you go. Yeah, let's check it out. Oh, candy? I don't know if I hit candy or not. There we go. So far, it's beautiful. Yep, I love it. Yeah, this is good stuff, man. I think I'm gonna add a feature to my stream to let people pick songs, because this could be a lot of fun. Especially if I get more international people on here. This is a lot of fun to see what music people listen to. You know? So now what I'm doing, I've gone ahead and I've established some random values. Now I'm trying to pull the silhouette a bit better so we can make out what that is. I'm just going to play with that for a second. Sort of going by the shapes I see and some of the things that I was reinforcing already, you know? So tell me about this this thing with Iran and the music you listen to. You said you don't have the privilege here to listen to that, so I'm assuming you know obviously there are going to be ways around it, but it sounds pretty frustrating to me. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I get it. Okay. That makes more sense. That's pretty. Okay. Oh, that's good to know. I really don't know much about Iran, obviously. It's okay, you're right on time. You're doing great. Is the wrestler warming up? Alright. That sounds decent. Yeah, Sibalesh, this is Purple Kitten. That's actually my aunt. So. Sibalesh is from Iran. And we're already friends. They don't know yet, but we're already friends. We're hanging out doodling. And just to head off your question ahead of time, Purple Kitten, I have not watched Mr. Mercedes yet. Oh, you picked some good music, dude. Damn. Right? Pretty. I'm really glad that that's one of your first experiences on the art side is jamming out to music you like. That's awesome. If you want, there's a button on my account. I have no idea where it would be. I don't know. I think it's up there. But if you follow me, it'll let you know when I stream next, or we can hang out more. Yeah, that's up to you, by the way. I just gotta get in the habit of being like, yeah, smash that bell, like and subscribe, whatever the fuck I'm supposed to say. Cool. There you go, see? Welcome. Oh God, what's that? It's a problematic area there. So taking a picture, well, what's nice is like you can actually go and you can actually go back and you can rewatch if you want. You can take a screen cap there, cause that'll show up just the same. It's our first picture together, Seablash. Isn't that great? Hey, Claney. Hey, baby. What would you like to listen to? What music you on, babe? Yeah, normally I'm on Tuesdays. I'm looking at possibly doing some Saturday morning stuff and doing more. It all depends. I'm actually very close to becoming an affiliate. Right? No pressure now, babe. You want me to zoom out a little bit? Alright. Well, let's see here. There, we'll do a little smaller jump. Oh. Or a bigger jump. Damn it. There. Is that a little better? who's this, Sibalesh? Who's this one? Where he gonna run to? Where he gonna run to? A lonely day. Run to the rock. Alone that day. I cried out. Yeah, give me. I mean, I'll try it out. If I don't like it, you already called it weird. I don't know. Hey, come on, let's try it out. There you go. Yep. You got it. Alright. Well, we'll try it out. It depends on how long. You're gonna have some delay on my side, and then a couple seconds delay on yours. You know, because I don't know what sort of delay you're witnessing. So. This is trippy. So what's funny, like I said earlier, is the whole thing that we just went over with my choice of music and copyright. It's going to split the audio, so my voice is here. It's going to throw away the music we're playing, and it's going to play some copyright music, some copyright-free music for the VOD, so it gets recorded, which just means to me, at a certain point, I'm gonna be doing this way off beat, like completely off. So what is this genre called? It's funky and I like it, but what is it? Yeah, it'll be something stupid. I'll be doing this. And it's gonna be like a flute. Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm playing right now, so. I am gonna change this because the pacing on this makes me sleepy. I need a little more energy right now, so. We're gonna run with. Let's see. There we go. Now here's a little bit of excellent, a little bit of odd stuff here for you. Yeah, man, take your time. When you're not wanted, not strange. You're strange. When you're a stranger, when you're alone. Wicked and unwanted. You're strange. Faces come out in the rain. when you're strange. When you're strange. Out in the rain when you're strange. Remembers your name when you're strange. Faces them out in the rain when you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange, you're strange. Well, pick up. In my smoke. my coffee cup. No seeds in my smoke. In my smoke. I think I'm gonna do about another 5 minutes and then I'm done here. I was gonna work on the gladiator stuff tonight, but I'm kind of having fun with just dumping the little shapes and working on stuff and talking to new followers and that sort of thing. So I hope that's all right. Yeah. What is this song? Oh. Song's a little problematic too. You want me to zoom back out a little bit? Is that any better? All right. I'm glad it got real good. It was like Yoga Hulk. I don't know what's going on anymore. That's so dumb. Of course you can. Go ahead. There you go. This is your opportunity. Alright, good. I'm glad you're having fun. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. This is not the Hulk. This is the Hork. Yeah, we'll just do this here. Let's see. We'll make it like some different color combo. It's a good idea. Sure, let's try that. Yellow. Let's check something. Where is it? You have a non-art related question? Alright, I might be fielding those. What's up? Mind you, I'm about to disconnect. So what do you got? Alright, so we're gonna go for like a blue. Let's see here. How expensive? I don't know what to compare it to. Oviedo isn't. Wherever I live right now is it can be expensive, but it's not downtown Orlando expensive. What are you trying to figure out, Auntie? Alright. Sibalash, it's a pleasure meeting you. Thanks for hanging out. You have a great night, okay? GG, for sure. Have a great night. Look forward to see you on the next one. You have a great night. Oh. Yeah, the area that I'm at isn't like a rent controlled area, so it can be pretty pricey. Yeah, I can message you over Facebook Messenger about that, and we can go over it, okay? Yeah, I can try to help you out, or at least tell you where I'm located so you can look it up a little easier, but the area that I'm in isn't known for their low prices, you know, but it can be cheaper than some other places in Orlando, but most of those are downtown. This place is special because of the school system that, you know, it's a little better funded than other areas, so, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Just send me that. I'll check it out there. I just don't want anyone, figuring out where this is. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, man, I cut my hair. See, no more dreads. Yep. Right? Yep. I went ahead and cut my hair off. You have to look at it for my swagger. That's what you'll have to find. Yeah. That or the eclipse that typically follows me. I guess so. This is the Malk. It's like the Hulk, but not really. He's really into yoga and mostly yoga. I'm just trying to do something additive. Basically, I wanted to yeah, I'm sort of going with the split complementary. So the primary thing here is if you look up in the right hand corner, you can kind of see it. If I go yellow, opposite is blue, which is what I tinted some of this with. Combining the two kind of grays it out and gives it that, and then I can go to the split complementary, which is over here, which is the red. If I go green, it'll also split it, but we can let's see. I was avoiding green, but if I can show you, let's see. See? Actually, I will rim light them with green, and I'll take them out of this thing. Alright, so if I do this, then I can rim light, or I can get a bounce light here going. Yeah, if I go with the opposite color, it'll gray it out and give it some tone. If I go with a split complementary and I keep it pure, it just plays nicely, Technically, if I were to take that take that gold and like highlight it with that and highlight it with the blue, it would just be very stark. Like, it's the furthest you can get from it, so it's meant for contrast. And I wanted something that would play well with it, so I had to tone it back. So what I'll do here, let me take a little smudgy thing. No, I don't actually. I can show you here in a moment what I was actually doing. I know that since I have the values down, and I'll show you this here in a sec. Let me get this done because I was sort of playing around. Hard edge that. That's cut off by a shape here. That's blocked by the shoulder. Blocked by part of the chest. It just simply wouldn't be as stark because they're further away. Alright, so basically, I'll say that again just so I don't lose anything. This will be the last thing that I show tonight before I go run off and do other things. Let's see. So basically, all of these layers here are what are responsible for the color. I went through and I got my relative values solid. You know, I figured out the range I wanted on the skin tone, and then I ran. Let's see, I ran here, and all that is there's a color layer. There's some of that opposite purple, you know, the blue, blurple, I guess. You know, it gets that like ruddy color. It grays it up. If I kill that and I give you the rest of them, it just lacks depth. But if I add that back in, it gives it that ruddy, like there's blood flow, there's whatever. You know, it's just sort of meant to simulate that. If I wanted to, if I found a palette that I liked, I could go through and be like, well, I like the skin tone, you know. We'll move this up here. And I can take maybe some of this purple brownish. There it is. No, that's not it. It's in there, but I guess it's more brown than I thought it was. That's fine. I'm gonna lock this so you can see it. Do that. We'll do 100%. There. Alright, So that may not make sense. Yep. So the idea is that, once again, if I take this color, right? So if I take that and I make that my like strongest color, right? That's the tone that I'm going for. If I pull the opposite, that's over here. So I lock that layer, and I could run a simple thing over it, right, to get the full gradient, right? Now that's full value, so that's going to override it. But if I do this, and I add a layer, and I say multiply, all right, yeah, we'll just do that. Then I can do this. Whoop. See? So that's a purple on multiply. Now what that did is, if we look here, my color is here right now, right? Now we'll move this larger so you can see it. All right. So my selected color is over here, the opposite of my main color. Now if I go through and I say I want, all right, opposite. All right, standard complementary. Now, if I look over here, where is it? I'm just gonna grab this color here. You see how it split it? It's halfway in between. Yep, there you go. Split the difference. That's all you gotta know. I'm over here trying to explain shit a little extra, but you get the idea. So it's sort of basic color theory. Yeah. Now, if I take it off of multiply, I can't because I already did that. Alright, so let's say that I do normal color. Yeah, this is all sorts of complicated, so we're not gonna do this part, but you get what I'm saying. Because if I just make it this, that just splits the multiply and what that is. So yeah, multiply combines, it's additive. There we go. All right. Good. I am glad I can help you with your light bulb moment. Now we're gonna do this thing, and let's see if that works. Hey, it worked. All right. So tonight we did some things on the drafting table. Now we met a new friend from Iran, Sibalish. And we did a little free association doodle here. And now I think I'm done. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna go home. Oh yeah, I got stingers. Watch this. Watch me swap between shit. Watch. Oh no, that one's just broken. Yeah. I'm gonna change the colors now because I don't got dreads, so it doesn't look like I'm just trippy. I know. Yeah, you know what I mean? Alright. Well, I'm done. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna kick this off to the signing off thing. And, oh, actually, I want to click the technical difficulties because that one's funny. Watch. Alright, cool. Well, I'm gonna sign off now. Isn't that cool? It doesn't. Anyway, bye. Thanks for hanging out, man. It was good seeing you, Lester.